The headlines from CNC Live. One day after the devastating earthquake in Basel, there's no clear picture of the number of casualties. The earthquake hit with a force of 6.7 on the Richter scale. It caused great suffering and damage to property in northwestern Switzerland. Experts estimate damage at well over $40 billion. In addition to the many killed and countless injured, there has been severe damage to houses and public buildings. The transport system in the Basel region has collapsed. Welcome to this special report. We now have Kathy live on the line. Kathy, the number of confirmed victims is constantly rising, and there's now talk of more than 1,000 dead. You're standing in front of a collapsed shopping center. How many victims have there been, Kathy?
Hi, Bob. Yes, I'm standing here in Basel in front of what used to be a gigantic shopping center. Well, at this moment, I really can't give you a number, but we're pretty sure that there are a couple of hundred still in there. Alive or not, we don't know yet.
You've spoken with people who were able to escape from the shopping center. How did they experience the earthquake?
Well, people say that when they were in their houses or apartments that they really felt everything moving, so it must have been a tremendous feeling. And there are lots of buildings crashed, so this shopping center was really hit very badly.
For you, Kathy, and for all who live in Switzerland, I hope the worst is really over. Thank you for speaking with us. Our sympathies go out to you and all who live in Switzerland in this difficult time.
Okay, thank you, Bob.
Dr. Thomas Wenck, president of the Swiss Society for Earthquake Engineering, is now live on the line. Dr. Wenck, you were in Zurich when Basel was hit by the earthquake. Could you tell us how it felt in Zurich?
Ja, das war auch sehr stark spürbar, aber es hat nur zu geringfügigen Schäden geführt in Zürich.
I'll translate briefly. Dr. Wenck said the earthquake could be felt as far as Zurich and that there was minor damage there. Dr. Wenck, why is the damage so great?
Eine erste Schadensanalyse zeigt, dass primär die älteren Gebäude betroffen sind. Das heißt Gebäude, die noch vor der Zeit der modernen Erdbebennormen gebaut worden sind.
He said an initial analysis has shown the worst damage was to older buildings that were built before the introduction of the modern earthquake standards. Now, could the older buildings have been strengthened? I mean, what specific steps could have been taken?
Ja, konkret, das ist von Fall zu Fall unterschiedlich. Das hängt vom Gebäudetyp ab. Also was man machen kann, sind neue Stahlbetonwände einziehen zum Beispiel. Oder man kann Mauerwerkswände nachträglich armieren und so weiter. Also es gibt nicht ein generelles Konzept dazu.
Dr. Wenck says that differs from case to case and depends on the type of building. What one can do is to put in new reinforced concrete walls or reinforce existing walls. There are several approaches to the problem. Thank you very much, Dr. Wenck.
Dankeschön.
When CNC Special Reports continues in just a moment, we'll have more live interviews from Basel. Hello, this is CNC Live. I'm Bob Taylor with the latest news from the devastating earthquake in Basel. I've just heard that I now have Dr. Fay on the line. Dr. Donat Fay is on the staff of the Earthquake Service of the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich. Dr. Fay, the earthquake's force has been stated as 6.7. How severe is the damage in northwestern Switzerland?
Gut, ein Beben dieser Stärke hat sehr große Auswirkungen in der Region. Das heißt, dass man in einem Umkreis von ungefähr 30 Kilometern mit der sogenannten Intensität 8 rechnen muss. Das heißt, dass Gebäude einstürzen, dass sehr viele Gebäude beschädigt werden. Das Erdbeben hatte auch eine Auswirkung, die über die ganze Schweiz und halb Europa reichte. Das Beben konnte über sehr große Distanzen gespürt werden.
Dr. Fay said the powerful earthquake has had serious effects in the region. Hundreds of buildings have collapsed within a radius of 30 kilometers, and the quake affected the entire country. In fact, it was felt all over Europe. Nobody expected such a powerful earthquake in Switzerland. Is there a risk of aftershocks? And how strong are they likely to be?
In der Region Basel treten so große Erdbeben ungefähr alle 2.000 bis 2.500 Jahre auf. Kleinere Erdbeben mit geringeren Schäden treten natürlich dann häufiger auf.
In the Basel region, earthquakes of this magnitude occur every 2 to 2,500 years. Smaller earthquakes with minor damage can be expected more often. Does that mean that the worst is over now for Basel?
Aus der Geschichte wissen wir, dass häufig sogenannte Doppelbeben auftreten. Das heißt, dass fast ein gleich großes oder vielleicht sogar ein größeres Erdbeben innerhalb der nächsten Wochen oder Monate oder vielleicht auch Tage stattfinden kann.
According to Dr. Fay, double earthquakes often occur, and this must be reckoned with within the next few months, possibly weeks or even days. Thank you, Dr. Fay.
Merci.
Rudolf Rechsteiner, a member of the Swiss Parliament, is now with us. Mr. Rechsteiner, how did you experience the earthquake and how are you?
Wir sind alle wohlauf, Frau und Kinder auch, aber es war schrecklich. Wir waren überrascht, weil die Schäden sind sehr groß. Es ging alles ganz schnell und jetzt haben alle Angst. Sie wollen nicht zurück ins Haus, weil niemand weiß, ob es schon vorbei ist.
Mr. Rechsteiner reports that they're all okay, but it was a dreadful experience, and people are afraid to go back into their houses because there's no way of telling when it's all over. Dr. Fay has stressed that severe aftershocks can follow, and this quake has already caused enormous destruction. Who will pay for all this damage?
Also jetzt im Moment nach Rechtslage zahlen die Betroffenen selber sämtliche Schäden, weil es keine vernünftige Versicherung in der Schweiz gibt. Das heißt, die Hausbesitzer zahlen ihre Schäden, die Sanierung, und der Staat muss den Rest bezahlen, die Straßen, die Spitäler, die Schulen.
He says those affected will have to meet the costs themselves, since there's never been any proper insurance against earthquake damage in Switzerland. There's no better system in a progressive country like Switzerland?
Leider nicht. Das war ein typisches Basler Problem, Erdbebenrisiko, und ein Walliser Problem. In der übrigen Schweiz war das Risikobewusstsein nie so groß und die haben das halt immer überstimmt, sämtliche Vorstöße, dass man hier eine Versicherung schafft.
Mr. Rechsteiner said, I'm afraid not, for earthquakes were widely regarded as a problem that concerned only Basel or the Valais. It did not bother the rest of Switzerland. Why is there no insurance coverage for earthquake risks?
Weil man lange Zeit gemeint hat, man könne Erdbeben technisch gar nicht versichern, die Schäden seien zu groß. Aber heute mit den globalen Rückversicherungsgesellschaften könnte man so ein Erdbeben eben durchaus versichern, mindestens die großen Schäden. Und deshalb hätte man das auch tun sollen.
According to Mr. Rechsteiner, it was long thought that it was impossible to insure against earthquakes because the damage would be too great. But this could have been covered by the global reinsurance companies, as we now know. But it's too late. Thank you, Mr. Rechsteiner. Mr. Rudolf Rechsteiner, live from Basel. We're constantly receiving new information about the disastrous earthquake in Basel, so stay tuned to CNC. We'll keep you up to date.